Welcome to another extra lesson from Cambridge School.
Hi again, great to see you. Today we're going to look at some vocabulary. We're going to look at two verbs, the verb make and the verb do, which students often have difficulty with. Often students don't know whether to use make or do in a verb phrase. And the reason that it's difficult for lots of learners is that in many languages, those two verbs in English are just one verb. Okay, well, what we're going to do is we're going to first of all just think about the general difference between make and do. We use make generally to talk about something that has an end product, something that has a result at the end of it, and we're talking about the result. And we use do usually to talk about an activity, a process that may have a product at the end of it, but we're really thinking and talking about the process. Let's have a look at some practical examples. We're going to start with make. Make meaning to produce. For example, you can make a car in a factory, and in your kitchen you can make a sandwich or make a cup of coffee. Now all three of those have a product at the end of them, and you're thinking really about the product, not the process of making them. We use the past participle of make, made, to talk about the origin of a product. For example, something can be made in China. My phone is made in China. And we can talk about the material used to create the object. My phone is made of plastic. The table is made of wood. Let's take a look now at some more uses of make, and in each case there's always a result at the end. We can make an appointment. The result is the appointment, the fact that we've organised to see somebody. We can make a decision. We can make a mistake. And we can make a mess. In each of those cases, there's something that's created at the end. We use the verb make as well to talk about producing money. So let's have a look at that. We can make money, and if we're very lucky, we can make a profit, and if we're unlucky, we make a loss. And if we're really lucky, we make a fortune. Now we're going to look at two more uses of make. You can use make with an object and an adjective to talk about how you can change a process or change something in different ways. For example, make something easy or make something difficult. Imagine you're running a marathon and it's a really hot day. The heat makes the marathon more difficult. But if you have good weather, if it's a cool temperature, that makes it, the marathon, more easy or easier. You can also talk about how you can change somebody's emotions by doing something, to make them happy or make them sad or angry. For example, if you buy somebody flowers, you make them happy. Okay. Now we're going to look at uses of do. And just to remind you, we're talking about do, talking about activities, about doing things. The first one we're going to look at is study. So let's have a look at that. With study, you can do a course. You can do Italian, maybe at university or school. You can do any subject, do Italian, do chemistry, do French, do English, do history. At the end of the course, usually you do an exam, and during the course, you do homework. We also use do to talk about work. Let's take a look at that. So, you can do some work, you can do your hours, and you can do overtime. We also use do to talk about work that you do at home, domestic tasks. Let's take a look. You do the shopping, do the housework, do the washing up, and do the washing. Those, if we think about them, are all activities. And to finish, we're going to look at do with other kinds of activities, often in classes. Let's take a look. You can do yoga, or you can do Pilates, or any kind of organised class that you do in a gym would be using the verb do. And you can also, just in more generally, you can do some exercise. Well, I hope you found this useful and that you use make and do more correctly in future. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.